Hi, Kim. Got some reporters here from Denmark and Sweden.
Say hi from me.
Well, you can come over here and say hi to one of the ladies that's here. Hi, Gail. We call them mega monsters, but very good. Yeah, I'm also on Getter. Oh yeah. It's all right. 22 now. I got 9 now. But it will get larger. We're actually kind of early. But I haven't been on YouTube for a week. I got booted. Might have a Hi Sharon, hi Sherry, hi Freedom Nuts. We got some reporters here from Denmark and Sweden. He's been talking to. Hi Sherry. Hi Donna. Hi Freedom Nuts. Hi Linda. Y'all joining us. We're all saying hi to the reporter. Hi MGB. Yeah. I got kicked off. I have a better, larger. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Karen. Hi, Firestarter. Hi, Eric. I always like to come on early. Oh yeah. Some of these have been on watching the streams since the day I started. Yeah, there's a couple I have met. Majority of them I haven't met, but they're still like when they come on and you have a prayer request, something's happening in your family, or prayer request, somebody's got their need. I can pin it up here. I'll show you when somebody put something up. I can pin it up here. All 3 streams that I'm running on can see what the pinned up is. Yeah, I believe I have a few. Streams that I'm running, they all can see that, so they know this is Dave. Price is that we've been on this for
856 days.
Hi, Goofy for Jesus. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Jay Jones. Hi, Marlene. Our prayers are with you.
Is it okay?
Sure. Hi, Lions. Hi, Maggie. Good to see you. Hi Gato, girl. We got so many quarters here from Denmark and Sweden. Hi Freedom Nuts. Hi Hossie. Marlene, my heart is so. You're in my prayers, big time. Sorry about this. If I fall down, I might not be able to get up. I got so much clothes on.
Yeah.
Hi, Patriot Grandma. I hope we don't have 65-mile-an-hour winds tonight here. Hope y'all are bundled up. I believe Mama Mickey will be here tonight. I know she's getting back today. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she'll be back for tonight. Hi, Billy Bob.
Right word I'm trying to think of. But they need a restitution for their lives being destroyed.
Hi, Betty.
I think Trump learned ever since he was supposed to be arrested for J6.
Hi, Tammy. Get off joining us. Day 8:56 here on the corner.
But it's not hard. In jail for 1 day.
Well, the truth,
Free man.
stick it. Probably not old enough to know what that means.
I have to trust this judgment. I have to trust this system.
But we're winning their truth. Back we won. Hi Caprice. Hi Hasty. Hi Tammy Money. Hi Bad Habit. Hi Shelly Rose. I know she's coming back today. I'm not sure. I imagine she's down Patriot, I'm glad we're letting you on here with First Amendment rights. People don't like it, they churches, but they all do. Hi Cleo, hi Natalis. Thanks to you, you all seem to know my views a lot more than I do. So we must be pretty interesting. Hi Lisa. We after Thanksgiving.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone. Welcome into the J6 Vigil. Hi, Billy Bob, Annette, Mama
Hi,
Earth.
Peter.
Good to see you, Trina.
Welcome everyone on YouTube and everyone on Rumble. Thank you so much for being here at the J6 Vigil. We stand in solidarity with our J6 political prisoners. Welcome to everyone on Rumble and everyone on YouTube. Thank you for being here. We can't do this without you.
Hi everybody, I'm Gatter. 47 more days, folks.
Ooh, Roger, this pocket warmer's great.
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
I might have to break it. I'm sure that I have that down in my bag.
Especially the hand that I have to keep out for the phone. Yeah, we're a little early tonight. Hi, Tippy. Good to see you. Yeah, these neighbors are. Occasionally we'll get some opposition on this side. They're very loud, they're very offensive.
Like people who protest vigil.
Yeah, well, they don't come out to do something. No, they come out to silence us and the victims.
Yeah.
They try to keep our live stream from hearing the victims. So they come out here, they get loud, they get wild. And most of the time we just ignore them. We put our cameras up to the speaker to where the followers can't even hear them.
Right.
So it works out perfectly.
That's good. Yeah. And do you think those police officers are especially here for you, or?
They wouldn't be here otherwise.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I guess it is just feel safe. Right?
Yeah.
It's nice.
And they do make sure the opposition doesn't have it. Oh yeah, they've been
Who are the opposition? Who are the opposition?
Well, there's a lot of individuals. One of them is actually the DC commissioner. Oh yeah, she's the most violent. But we do have a group.
Sorry.
Hi,
Tommy. They're
referred to
Hi,
as
Pamela.
and they're funded by the DC mayor and George Soros to disrupt wherever they possibly can. And I think it makes it a little business.
Wow. Yeah, I did see them too. Yeah, or hear them.
Hi, Nina.
For any of our big events, they always show up and try to disrupt and try to incite us, and it doesn't work. We've been through this for 2.5 years, and they haven't won yet.
Yeah. So where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Yeah, so just like Roger, you came here to do this. What, did you have a job, or how did you
No,
actually
I'm a
that?
disabled veteran. So I don't have a job.
Yeah, and is there, you know somebody?
Hi,
there?
Denise.
Were you there at J6 maybe?
No,
Or?
I was not there on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was with the previous
Hi, Rosalie.
Nej, den er faktisk ikke sat til den mikrofonen. Nej, den jeg har pillet ud. Jeg har kørt på den. Ja, jeg tror det.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Oh, I've seen you like all the campers, minivans on the.
Yeah, here we're back on
Oh, I thought that.
We didn't have any
jail time. They keep us down. We're still pumping it out on Rumble and Gatter.
Well, I know the name. So I know the movement.
Yeah, we spent 34 days straight on call, and when our government would not see us, and
Hi, Tara Ray.
we got ready to pack up and leave. And we heard about
Waiting on everybody to get here. We'll start our business. Get everything going.
Yeah, like
We never
the
left.
die-hard guys that are always in. How many times have you been here?
It was, I
The
think,
Native Americans at the, it was in this town.
in the White House, or in front of the White House,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Something
Of
like
course,
that.
yeah.
They-
That
they-
little
It was like-
tent. that's-
Yeah, they camped out for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to be there, right? That's
No.
No.
I'm good
This
with
is
ending this on
is actually a
January
little bit
20th.
longer than I wanted to be here. I only thought I was going to be in this town for like a month and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
Here with another group, and I thought that was going to be over. And the next thing I know, we're in this corner over here.
Exactly.
Ask you, but let's say J6 is what is your plan like this? Hvor nogen kører gående nu med ting, som man har billeder.
Ja.
Rebecca and Lynn, the representatives of our county. They have been here since the beginning. Mrs. Josh, Minnie, Tanya, and Josh from Dutch. Hey, Miss Betty, good to see you, darling. It's a breezy night here on Freedom Corner.
When I was down in West Palm Beach, people were telling me about it. Yeah, so it's not only mosquitoes like this.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I heard about it. So, I don't trust them like this now.
Oh yeah. We have people on every state.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have people in England and Ireland, New Zealand, down south America. Well, I don't know if I think I've said that. Well, I've had a lot of Canadians.
Protest there.
Well, actually started me.
So who, like, the hardcore people who are here, like, every night? You are? Yeah. Brandon? Brandon, is he also here? Who's that? Why are they here? What's their plan?
I would expect them. They normally get in like in the middle of the night. Probably it.
Is your hot chocolate at a good smell?
Yes. I always have a big cup of hot chocolate.
If you, I don't know if it helps.
It's crazy how the wind, like, I can smell it.
Oh, okay. Yep, every night we got our hot chocolate, don't we? Well, Denise, good for them. But thanks for letting us know, honey. We will be getting started here shortly. Just waiting on Nicole to get here. Yes, hot chocolate always. You know it, Trina.
Well, just who I met. No, I wrote some letters. And, I just come here to support what they live.
It's running my shop.
Jeg tror, vi venter til, der begynder at være lidt mere gang i det.
I meet them when they come out of the chair. I try to meet them.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Sonia.
Over here. And
Sorry, guys, it's gonna shake for a minute. I'm gonna put the windsock on.
establish, figure out what they're going to do.
That's nice.
And then when they get out, they're bound to DC on probation, and you can't leave DC. So it's really hard. And I don't know. It depends on their plea deal if they take the plea deal.
Hi, darling.
I think so.
Yeah, well, it
Probation.
has to be
Yeah.
Most of them are actually banned from DC, Josh.
Huh?
Most of them are actually banned from DC.
So
They,
they agree to get be banned.
no, because of their conviction, they cannot be in DC. They go to their homes and have their probation near their home. They're banned from coming into
Go
DC.
ahead. About
Joshua Hernandez had his probation here in DC. He had to get it transferred.
Yeah.
And then who else?
we got Brandon. here.
Brandon's locked here.
Yeah, but most of them, if you get dumped off here, you get dumped off.
And most of that's because they don't have a home arrest.
Okay. And what about a case like Alexis husband? I know he's not in Texas.
He's actually right here. Because who?
No, Tamara.
Oh, Brian, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was here for the longest time.
Yeah, he was. And when did they move him to Texas?
Right after his sentencing.
But
Yeah.
he's going to be released here pretty soon.
When he
I
first
think
was
it's,
January?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's Nicole's husband.
Hi, Janie. Yes, we have had 3 people released today.
They should be here pretty soon. We just fly by night.
I mean, it's live TV.
That's
What
right.
happens, happens.
Anything can happen.
It makes it more interesting to watch as well. Right?
Very
That's
much
right.
so. Today's Benuelos' birthday.
Oh, no, I'm waiting.
So we'll be singing happy birthday to one of the guys in here.
Who is that?
John Benuelos.
Do you think he will call tonight?
He may.
More than likely.
He may. He likes to talk, so.
Call to action was successful.
All right. Call to action was successful.
Oh, it was only successful for 2 hours.
Probably got their hopes up.
Well, sure, at least they didn't turn the air conditioning on. See, a lot of times the guys will let us know of issues that they're having in the jail, and we do what's called a call to action. And all the patriots that are watching get a chance to speak up for these guys. So we have some J6ers that are in a different pod in here that they have the heat. Just in that pod, they have the heat set on 90-some degrees. And they're losing their minds. So we do what we call a call to action to call the jail, call the marshal's office and request that the heat be regulated. Because we know they're doing it because of the J6ers. It's retaliation to the J6ers. It's not coming from the jail, it's coming from above the jail. And we know that. We know that because it happens everywhere there's J6ers. But it's not just the J6ers that are affected. There are 40 other men in that pod that are being basically tortured with heat and air conditioning and heat and air conditioning to the point they can't
Hi,
stand it.
Darlene. Hi, Lori.
So our patriots make the phone calls.
Okay, then you can
Yeah, these
use
people,
action on them.
Yes.
these people that are on the street, they are a vital part of what we do here. They will, they write letters to all these people, you know, all across the country. They donate money on their commissary because the food sucks here, so they can, you know, go onto the commissary list and get food off of it that they like. And like Sherry said, we have these call to action. We have a children's Christmas fund coming up, and it's over close to $10,000 donated. And you know, these people are the vital part of what this movement does.
We also have another group that is doing a Christmas for every J6ers that is incarcerated, to make sure that they get what they need. If they need shoes, they send them shoes. If they need different clothing or things that they can only get on commissary, they send them money for that as well, so that they're not forgotten at Christmas as well.
These people that are these growing up and down, they are a vital part of what we do here.
And can they see your stream from the inside?
No.
No. They're only allowed to make their phone call.
Yes.
How many minutes are they allowed to call?
It's a 15-minute phone call each time. And then once they make a phone call, they have to wait 15 minutes before anybody else can call.
And how many people usually call during your budget?
Normally it's 3 to 5. Sometimes we get 2 people on the call. Like there's a gentleman and his uncle in here, and they
Greg and
usually
Uncle
call
Bob.
together. And they're actually getting sentenced on Friday as well. And then we have 2 gentlemen that are very good friends, that were friends way before this. And they call just before 9 o'clock and orchestrate the anthem with everyone inside.
Tell them about Olivia.
Yeah, and the gentleman that calls at 9 o'clock, his sister is also here, and she's on the women's side. So, and we do have another female J6er in here who is not with Olivia, but we are aware of her as well.
And
Hi, Virginia.
I've been wondering, Nicole's husband, I know she's not allowed to talk to him because of the trial of money, but
There's no reason she shouldn't be allowed to talk to
But are
him.
you allowed to talk to him? Can he call you?
He cannot.
He's not allowed any phone calls.
Yes, he is allowed, but
Just
they
not
are
you.
preventing him from calling. And Nicole should be able to talk to her husband in this jail, and they are preventing her from doing so. It's all part of their game.
But there will be accountability later.
Huh?
There will be accountability. We will find out why this is happening.
Do you think that's also something that the Trump government
I don't know if Trump's going to fix it, but we're going to fix it.
You're gonna do, yeah? How are you gonna do it?
Well, that's why we're...
Massive jail
Okay,
reform.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, because they have experienced what goes on in these jails, many of them, when they get out of here, that's their first thing, is they're going to work on jail reform.
Right.
And, you know, and a lot of stuff that we've done for these J6ers has spread throughout the whole detention center.
Yeah.
And, a lot of these people love the J6ers.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they got blankets when it got cold, and they got this and that. We called in and say, hey, you know, what's up with this stuff going on? And boom, it filters down through this whole detention center.
So really basic stuff.
Yeah, well, you know,
Basic
well,
human right.
yeah, basic
Yes.
human right.
Yeah.
Edible food,
Yeah.
showers,
Yeah.
mold not being in their food and on their walls. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
We have made so many reforms in this jail in the past 2 years that benefit all the prisoners.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It filters down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It filters down from that building through the whole.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of these people, they love the J6.
Yeah. Yeah, they finally get some attention.
Yeah.
People
Yes.
Yeah,
see what's
exactly.
life in a jail is like. Yeah. I must say that's one of the things I always hear about American jails. So that's
They're
terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're-
really bad.
And it doesn't have to be that way.
No, right.
Just because somebody commits a crime doesn't mean their rights are taken away, and it doesn't mean that they're not human beings.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Nicole's here. We're going to get set up now.
It's getting real.
And this is Nicole Ruffin.
Hi.
This is John from Dutch TV. And this is Tanya with the European TV.
Well, welcome to Freedom Corner.
Thank you so much.
I am a bit late, and I apologize, you know. So if you just give me a moment to set up my things.
Sure, yeah.
Sky's here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hi. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, I feel like we need a hug. Finally in person. Peter, thank you for coming. Maria, aren't you? Y'all are all so beautiful. My goodness. Feel a bit. Did not know. Everyone. I'm sorry.
I'm John. I'm Dutch.
She introduced you, but I.
So many faces. Yeah.
Will be luck. We have a couple of jobs. Huh.
Always.
We can make jokes. Can I set up my live stream though? Because I am late. All my people are going to be really annoyed with me. Oh, thanks. I'm the DJ, the producer, also wife of Jan Sixer, media consultant, cook, and chauffeur.
They must pay you a lot.
Yeah, that's what they say. All right, give me one moment. So we do play music, so like for interviews or anything, we'll probably have to go down the way to speak with people individually. When they call in from the jail, we'll hear it over the speaker here. So there's no issue with that. It's just for our live stream viewers, we do the music and things. So yeah, so we can just go down the way. Okay. Well, you know, consecutively, I haven't been here every single day. I do go home and sorry, see my kids, but we have all had a continual presence here on this corner for 850 days. We've got to fill in that last one every time, but okay, Josh, are you doing okay over here for me? I think if you could do that for me right now, that would be amazing. Apologize all the viewers for yesterday about the meltdown. So I melted down yesterday. So yesterday I had a whole meltdown, but I'm sure that y'all are all well versed in the whole
pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Taking time on stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They don't have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol. Pistol by my whiskey, politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a semi. Fight for the strikes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
Fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
All right, welcome, Patriots. You know, that song has vocals by Laura Trump. So, hey now. Hey. All right, you guys, Dwight, I'm rushing him a bit, but you better get over here and pray. All right, anyone that would like to join us in prayer, y'all are more than welcome.
Heavenly Father, we come here with a glad heart, with hope for the future for our patriots. We trust our Father in heaven will make our patriots see the light of freedom. In 2025, a new year that brings hope to the Patriot families on January 6th, to put behind the persecutions, the suffering that they and your family has been through. We pray that you will make this come true. Father, we pray for the continuing persecution of the J6 families, even today, as people are being arrested, are being put on trial, are being sentenced. Pray that passion and mercy that you shown your church children will change the hearts of come together this evening once more with an open heart. Pray that your presence help us to stand with faith in faith, believe in you, and believe in the goodness of our God. We thank you this evening. We pray for all those that are here for your protection. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All the way. We do got a phone call.
Global Telling. Freedom Corner, good evening. How we doing out there?
We are doing good, Patriot. How are you?
You guys hear us?
I could hear you, Uncle Bob. I couldn't hear Gregory. I can't hardly hear Greg at all.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on, Freedom Corner? Good evening. What an amazing, beautiful evening as we get closer to the finish line.
That's right.
Hey now.
Hello.
How are you guys doing tonight?
So they would like some
They said
questions.
it's nice.
They like
We're doing great. Todd is a couple guys left. You can feel it. Copeland and the Weenix are gone. Yeah, we have to feel the Weenix.
they'll be all right.
So we have
Me and those guys were good buddies.
That's good. We have some reporters out here tonight and was wondering if you guys would be able to take a few questions.
Oh, sure.
All right.
Questions, what they're gonna answer.
So announce who you are and ask your questions.
Yes, hello there. This is from TV2 Denmark.
Denmark.
Yes.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to Freedom Corner.
Thank you. What does it mean for you that Sherry and the persons out here at the Freedom Corner every night? What does that mean to you?
It means so much that people are willing to come out every single night and support us because they're our voice. And we have become so close to them, like brothers and sisters, like I couldn't even describe with words. They are family to us. And it's just such an honor to have people who care enough, no matter rain, shine, what holiday it is, to come out and show them that they care and that they're never going to give up on us. It means so much. I couldn't have said it any better. The support that we get from those guys and the fact that they're our voice. I mean, with everything that's going on in these jails, without these guys, nobody would have ever known. And, you know, they're huge. They're some of the biggest patriots you'll ever meet out there.
Can I ask you, you are now in prison. Do you regret anything you did on January 6th?
You know what? When it comes to the word regret, we've got to be a little bit more specific because I don't regret voicing our grievances and our concerns about the election. I don't regret wanting there to be an investigation into those things. That's a very patriotic thing to want to support democracy and make sure that there's a fair process. Do I wish that that day as a whole went differently? As a whole, regarding the whole thing? Yes. But do I place the blame on the January 6ers there? No. Those January 6ers faced a lot of challenging, strange things that day, and there was a lot of police mischief and a lot of agitating in the crowd that sometimes people don't talk about. There's going to be investigations and reports coming out about the undercover FBI assets that were in the crowd that entrapped those J6ers and tried to cause violence when they were there to peacefully and patriotically protest. So there's a lot of things that need to be addressed in that respect. So everybody wants peace. Everybody wants there to be a nice down event. You know, nobody wants there to be any violence on any side. There's no place for that in America.
That's right. What do you think that Trump will do when he comes into power? What do you think that he will do for you?
Yeah, I've watched guys.
Make America great again.
Yeah. We have some others out here that would like to ask you as well.
Hello there.
Hey, how are you?
Hello there. Hello there. It's James Matthews from Sky News in the UK here. Who am I speaking to, gents?
This is Robert Turner, and this is Gregory Purdy, or nephew Gregory and Uncle Bobby. We're family.
How are you doing? Tell me, what do you think the implications for you are of Donald Trump being elected? And what did you think about the pardon for Hunter Biden? How does that affect you?
Well, you know, I'll say this first. I think the most important implications of that, our country is going to be stronger. We're going to have a great economy, and he's going to make everybody proud to be an American again. That's the first and most important thing. That's why we were there on January 6th, was because we love our country. As far as it goes for us, Trump is a great man, and he's a very loyal man, and I think that he's going to help bring the truth about what happened on January 6th, and he will exonerate us and pardon us. I really do believe that will happen. You know, as far as Joe Biden pardoning his son, here's the problem I have with that. I don't have a problem that he pardoned his son. What I have a problem with is he lied and said he wasn't. He said it many, many, many times. I won't pardon him, blah, 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 and then the American people deserve better than that. They deserve the truth.
We would have respected the truth more. Hey, I'm going to pardon my son. We would have respected that. The fact that you're allowing themselves on this moral tier of, you know, greatness, because they're not. They don't,
President Biden tried to play a chess match with Trump because he knew this was happening. He wanted Trump to say something about the pardon beforehand. And Americans they're worth more than games. Americans don't deserve games. Americans deserve the truth and deserve whatever it is that's going to make the country better. They're done with between the lines. They want direct answers.
One question, gents. Donald Trump has said that he would pardon many people jailed for January the 6th, but some were out of control. What do you say to that?
Well, I'll answer that in two parts. You know, our case specifically, we were peaceful protesters, right? We told officers that we loved them and that we were not there to hurt them. But I believe everybody there January 6th had peaceful intent. I believe people were victims to the entrapment of the officers that I mentioned to the other reporter there tonight. People were agitated by the mischief of the officers in the crowd. There is videos of officers saying on tape, if they push, let them in. And people are under the impression that if they moved forward, they could be let in. And they had peaceful intent. And there were many undercover FBI assets. It's all proven. It'll be out there in the reports that Clay Higgins and other investigators are putting, that FBI undercover assets were agitating and trying to get weapons to people in the crowd, and we're doing very bad things. And you cannot entrap people in America. That is not legal, and that's not a crime. You can't motivate the crime of these governments. Correct.
And the biggest part of the pardon isn't about the crime committed. It's about the due process that was violated. We weren't violated multiple times, multiple ways.
It's the bigger crime, actually.
I'm bound to say, gentlemen, that nobody would have been hurt, arrested, killed at the Capitol that day if there had not been a crowd. If you had not been there, what do you say to that?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry. I was blurring a little bit.
I'm bound to say that nobody would have been hurt, killed, arrested at the Capitol that day if you had not been there. What do you say to that?
So what I'll say to that is nobody would have been killed if the police acted appropriately, and there weren't undercover assets in that crowd, and there was not one single cop killed that day, but there were several January 6ers. So that's what I'll say about the whole crowd. And as it pertains to us, there's video of us saying, "Officer, we are peaceful. We are not here to hurt you." Our kids probably go to the same schools, and I'm sure there's many other January 6ers that had that similar scenario.
Okay.
So we have to look at the whole picture.
It's our right to go protest. So for us, we did this that day.
Yeah.
It was our duty as Americans to do that day.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Gentlemen, just spell your names if you would, one after the other. Spell your full names.
Sure, it's Robert Turner, ROBERT TURNER.
And
Gregory Purdy, GREGORYPURDY.
P for Peter, URDY. Yeah, great. Listen, thank you very much, gents. Much appreciated. I'll pass you on. Thank you.
You're great talking to you. Thank you for coming out.
And we have one more.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is John from Dutch Radio BNR. Very nice to speak to you guys. I have two questions. First of all, is there any doubt in your mind that you will get a presidential pardon from President Trump?
No. We've heard it from too many sources. We know Trump. He doesn't lie. You know, he's going to take care of it.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind either. I agree with that.
Good. And will you be able to see the inauguration from Jill?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Say that one more time. It's like you repeat again.
Yeah, will you be able to see the inauguration, Trump's inauguration from Jill?
I'd love to.
We would love to see his inauguration. Yeah, hopefully we see it on TV. What a beautiful dream come true that would be if we could somehow see it in person. But it would be a beautiful thing that day, either way.
Okay, can you explain to us one more time what it means to you that there are always people here holding a vigil for you? What does it make you feel?
You know, the definition of family is, is love and never leave anyone behind, and they have embodied that definition more than anybody. They have not left us behind, and they have not let these walls determine our voice not being heard, and they're here every night, and we love them, and they are the biggest patriots I've ever met.
Amen. We love you, brother. We got one more, honey.
Hi, this is from TV2 Denmark again. Just, one question. Are you sure that you will be pardoned, right after the inauguration? Are you sure that this is going to be the time when Trump comes into power?
I'm so sorry, I couldn't hear the last part. You said, are you sure you will be pardoned, and then what?
Yeah, are you sure you will be pardoned when Trump comes into power? Are you sure that he's going to do that as one of his first things?
We're sure we're going to get pardoned. I mean, if he asks us, we want our country. There's a lot to fix for our country. It doesn't, for us, it doesn't have to be day one, but there's a lot to fix afterwards. So we know Trump's going to come and do the right thing.
Yeah, we're pretty positive that we're going to get a pardon. But here's something I want to say: we don't expect it or feel this air of entitlement, because it's not about that. It's about our country being better. So although I'm 100% positive he'll pardon us, it's not this air of, I expect a pardon. I just want our country to be better. That's really all I care about. Yeah, exactly.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
All right. Well, thank you guys. That was amazing. And I think we fit all the reporters in there.
I think that was a good job. Y'all did a great job. Yeah, no, this is my third one here.
Tell them thank you, and we really appreciate them for coming out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sound like great people.
The world is waking up.
The
We love you,
world
Patriots.
is waking up, guys. We love you.
That's what they say.
We love it. We knew it would. We were very confident in that.
Amen.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do today?
Woke up, did a couple walks around the little track we call it here. It's not really a track, but it's a little hallway on the top here, and got some coffee nuts and did some legal work. Getting ready for our sentencing on Friday. We did a little sentencing update. We now have a Ferretta hearing before it, because Uncle Bobby and I will be representing ourselves, and that's at 1:30. And we are unsure whether the sentencing will proceed, depending on what the judge says. There's a lot of problems with our case because you have 1 minute remaining. Haven't even received our PSR the way we need to. So it probably will get moved back, but you never know the way things are going.
Yeah, more due process violation.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Well, we will wish you guys the best.
Wish you guys the best. Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
And I know, Gregory, that you are doing your due diligence, sir. We have heard so much good about you and what you do. We have all the confidence in you.
That's right.
Oh, thank you, honey. I'm just going to try to put the truth out there the best I can, and I'm just going to try my best. That's all we can do.
You got it all
He's a
day,
genius and one of
baby,
the
all
hardest
day.
working guys I'll ever know in my life. He non-stop all day. He wants to help everybody. You'll never meet a guy like Gregory. I'll tell you that.
Not to mention he's your nephew, right? All right, well, we're about to get cut off. We love you guys, and best of luck. We look forward to hearing from you tomorrow.
Yay! Thank you for using.
And as you guys heard, you know, Gregory and his uncle are representing themselves. So this little hearing that they do have prior to their sentencing, hopefully some things can get ironed out with that, and the sentencing gets delayed until those problems are ironed out. So on a good note, without even looking at my phone, we did have 3 J6ers released today.
My brother did that.
Joshua Lawler was released. Ronald Sanderson was released. And Derek Nelson was released. And remember, today is John Benuelos' birthday, so we will be singing him happy birthday when he calls in.
All right, you guys. So we did have Mark and Jerry Waynick. They are the father and son that were located here inside the jail. They had just been recently sentenced, and they were moved out of DC and Jonathan Copeland, and they are now safely in Philly. So I think that's probably the first time all of those words have been said at the same time about Philadelphia, but those guys are there, and we are happy for that. Some of what, Gregory and Uncle Bob were talking about, and this is absolutely the truth, and I do want it out, and I don't know why it's not been released yet. So Mickey and I, as you all know, we do go to the Senate hearings, and the DOJ Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, he's promised he would be releasing his findings of what happened on January 6th, according to who was on the ground, and now they are refusing to release that study. That study has been done for over 3 months, and we should be able to know how many of the 3-letter agencies were on the ground that day, and the number of them. All right.
Freedom Corner.
Hey, this is Dominic Fox from Savannah, Georgia.
Dominic Fox from Savannah, Georgia. How are we doing tonight, guys? I heard we've got some special guests out there.
Yeah, we do. I encourage anyone that has a question for Dominic, I would come up and ask him. He has his very own set of views, but very well spoken. So, do we have a question?
I've got to ask, I was told, is Congressman Santos out there?
No, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay, cool, no worries.
I know, but I have to tell you, so my daughters are coming in for their dad's resentencing on Friday.
Yeah.
And so they love Santos. And
I wanted to give it, I had to give him a shout out. I love the way he handled his tenure.
Okay, yeah, so I called the girls and I said, well, Santos just posted out that he was going to be at Freedom Corner tomorrow. And my oldest daughter, Sarah, is like, oh my goodness, I have to wear something warm and iconic.
Iconic.
Yeah.
I love it. His interviews were great.
So, you know, we'll see. He has been out on the corner before. And, you know, so I believe he may show up out here. We'll see how all that works out. So, you know, something, I'll ask you something that these reporters have been asking out here, Dom. Okay, so how do you feel about the Hunter Biden pardon, and how do you feel like it affects you?
So, let me say this. I think it is completely understandable for a father to love his son and not want him to experience the pain, terror, and horrors of incarceration, like myself and all the men that I've come to call my family have over the last almost 4 years. What I also understand is that the Democrats have finally shown themselves to be who they are.
That's
Joe
right.
Biden in particular. He said for over 2 years, while this was all going on, that he was not going to pardon Joe Biden, he was not going to pardon Hunter Biden, he would not pardon his son, Karine Jean-Pierre, his ridiculous press secretary, you know, seemed agitated anytime somebody asked. But we all knew deep down that eventually he was going to pardon the first the first son.
Right.
The issue that I have with the pardon is not that he lied, it's not that he did it, it's the way that he went about issuing an 11-year broad pardon for every crime that he has committed, that he may have committed, and for the very crimes that President Trump was impeached for asking President Zelensky to investigate in Ukraine. So it was expected, but it's absolutely ridiculous. And I will say on that note, additionally, I saw that Hakeem Jeffries today, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, said that President Biden can cement his legacy by extending pardons to all of the nonviolent prisoners who have been facing overly aggressive prosecution. Well, hello. I'm a nonviolent individual who has been aggressively prosecuted, so am I in line for a pardon? I don't think so. But whether it comes from President Donald J. Trump or President Joe Biden, whoever wants to give me a pardon, I'm ready to get back to Savannah. I'm ready to get out of this goddamn gulag where today they have destroyed the exclusivity of what was once an incredible homogenous J6 unit, and while the floor was still wet and we were still removing clothes out of Jonathan Copeland's cell, they brought an obviously schizophrenic transgender individual into the unit today. So they've taken the J6 unit and filled it with admitted murderers, informants, LGBTQI aliens, and all types of, other individuals that are not J6ers. We actually have another J6 defendant on the unit next door to us, and they refuse to bring him over here. So I'm ready to go home. I heard, Purdy and Turner say that they don't feel like they deserve a pardon. They care about our country. I care about our country, but every one of us deserves a pardon. We deserve it. I expect it, and I'm ready to get it. Whether it comes from Joe Biden or Donald Trump, I'm ready to go home. We have served our country. We did nothing to deserve what they've done to us. They have destroyed our families. They have destroyed our good names. They've ripped us out from our happy little idyllic lives, brought us all the way back to the swamp for what?
Amen.
To an obviously stolen and fraudulent election.
That's right.
I would call into account our friends from Denmark and Europe and everybody out there. Look into the case of Ronald Albert Camacho, who choke slammed a Capitol Police officer outside the DNC while protesting for pro-Palestine purposes, and he was given 48 hours of community service.
That's right. That's right.
And my friend David Dempsey, who did significantly, less than that, if we want to call it similar, we can call it that, was given 20 years. My friend Chris Quaglin, whose son was 8 weeks old when he showed up here in D.C., got 12 years. Matt De Silva, Reed Christensen, Mark Brew, so many good men have had their lives destroyed and thrown into prison thousands of miles away from for what? For protesting the wrong things. Things that are enshrined in our First Amendment. We have a right to redress our grievances. We have a right to protest. And we have a right, in my case, to act as an officer of the press. What you may be interested in knowing, my friends from Europe, is that I had a legitimate press pass from the Trump campaign. I was working on And the court would not let me even discuss that. Why? Because they want to railroad us through this and throw us in prison for doing something that I think every American who had the opportunity to do would have done. If they could have been in D.C. and they cared enough, they would have been there. And to this day, you know, do I regret it? Absolutely not. It was the right thing to do. I am glad that I can count myself among this J6 fraternity and family. And I'll say this, I did not go to Washington, D.C. on January 5th and stay throughout the 6th to become a part of history, but I'm damn glad that I've become a part because nobody can ever take that away from me. I know what really happened, and eventually, the rest of the world will too.
That's right.
That's right.
Tell him, Dominic.
So I think you covered my next question, which is, do you think you'll get a pardon from Donald Trump?
I think so. I'll say this: if Hunter Biden, who is on video with underage prostitutes who we know received millions of dollars, bilking his father's name and the classified information that was stored in his Corvette, and you know, it's ridiculous. Do I think I'm going to get one? Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? The hilarious irony would be if it came from Joe Biden. So whether it comes from Joe Biden or Donald Trump, I believe 100% that I will get one. Not that it makes me, you know, any different from anybody. But I am, you know, I have no violent charges, and I've now spent 16 months in jail. And by the time that we get out, 17, 18 months. It's incredible. It's ridiculous. But every single day, it is an honor to be a part of this family and this fraternity because despite taking everything from me, despite losing my car, my house, my job, my reputation, you have never broken my spirit, and I will always, as I have from that day until today, tomorrow, and January 20th and beyond, I will always speak the truth about what happened that day. And the main thing is, the election in 2020 was stolen. It was not clean. Absolutely no cops died on January 6th before red-blooded Americans did for doing the same thing I was doing, and I'm just fortunate that I didn't have to give my life for protesting. But it's a damn shame that 4 people, Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Gleason, and Benjamin Phillips did. It's a damn shame that they're not here, but I want you guys to report on their names because nobody, you know, all of that gets lost. They talk about Brian Sicknick and Michael Fanone and all the officers before Americans died doing what is enshrined in their First Amendment ability to engage in, and it's a damn shame. It should never happen in this country. It is unfortunate that violence happened that day, but it did not happen in a vacuum, and it absolutely did not have to happen. President Trump requested the National Guard. He requested additional troops. Mayor Bowser and Nancy Pelosi, who were responsible for securing the Capitol, refused to allow the National Guard and additional federal troops to secure the Capitol. If they wanted to protect it, they could have. They chose not to. They wanted exactly what happened to happen, and it's a damn shame that 4 Americans lost their lives.
Amen.
Well, you know what, Dom? You bring up a question that Sky News asked out here that I will re-ask you. Is that because of the crowd being there that day, do you feel like that you caused the deaths that happened?
Oh, absolutely not. No. My job was to document and show what was going on. It's exactly what I did. The people who were responsible for securing the Capitol, again, were Nancy Pelosi and Mayor Muriel Bowser. The police opened the door that I was one of the first people inside. I didn't open the door. I didn't push anybody. I never touched a police officer. I didn't touch a bike rack. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't pass any sign. It's ridiculous. And being in the jail, so many people said, "Oh, if it would have been us, they would have killed us all." Absolutely, that would have happened. If they wanted to secure the Capitol, they could have, they should have, they chose not to because they wanted exactly what happened to happen. And it's a damn shame. I don't blame the Capitol Police. I don't blame the Metropolitan Police Department. I place the blame squarely on the shoulders of Nancy Pelosi and Mayor Muriel Bowser.
All right, I love that answer, but I'm in your fan base.
I also want to say real quick to Sky News, we are a big fan of Sky News Australia here, and particularly Rita Panahi. We love that you guys give Donald Trump a fair shake, so we're big fans of Sky News Australia.
Trooper's girlfriend!
Oh goodness, apparently it's Trooper's girlfriend too. I have a media boyfriend, Nate Foy, on Fox News. Yeah. He's my boyfriend on the news.
Nice. I love it. You know, there's a few media outlets that, you know, and like Bernie and Turner said, I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to tip my metaphorical hat to you. I appreciate you guys coming out and being willing to talk to us because so much is written about us. And, you know, who knows? I have no idea what you're going to say about us. You know, radical J6ers demand pardons. You know, who knows what you're going to say. But I do commend you guys for actually coming out and being willing to talk to us and to see that, you know, we're regular people. You know, I'm not a radical extremist. I'm not a domestic terrorist. I'm damn sure not an insurrectionist. I'm a red-blooded American citizen. I'm a press member just like you all, and they've taken me and thrown me in jail thousands of miles away from my home for 16 months, and by the time I get out, 17 to 18 months. For what?
That's
Reporting
right.
on a story and joining in a camp? It's ridiculous. But if it can happen to us, it can happen to you.
Tripod
And,
with
you
the
know,
wind.
Europe, I really hope you guys
Josh,
get your act together. Because,
hang on to her
you know,
tripod when the wind blows, 'cause it'll blow
when press freedoms are limited, when people are locked down with the COVID lockdowns, and you know, let what happens over the next 4 years be a model for what can happen when we have a strong embrace of freedom and an embrace of Western ideals.
Amen.
What's going to happen in the next 4 years are going to be great, and it should be a model for the world.
Woo! I absolutely agree with that and love that also. Another question that has been asked out here, Dom, and I feel dumb being the one asking it, but how does it feel having the vigil being held in honor of Jan 6ers and those that lost their lives that day?
Oh, it is so important because without you guys, you know, we wouldn't have a voice, and it would be limited to what people like Joy Reid and Whoopi Goldberg and you know, CNN had to say about it. And instead, you know, and of course, you know, people on the internet and you know the leftist media outlets, they're going to cut and paste what we say, and we see some of our comments get taken out of context and they're used in sentencing memorandums. But ultimately, it lets me know that, you know, because none of you guys that I know are from DC. You guys have all come here, so you're invested in this just as much as we are. You know, Mickey lost her daughter, and it's just it not only is it an outlet, but it's like it's a constant hug from, you know, the rest of America, because I know you guys are from all across. I know, you know, Nicole, you're from Texas, Sherry's from Ohio, Deb's from you know, Virginia, and you know, just people from all over. So I know troopers from, I think, the Dakotas, and it's just incredible. It shows us that we've not been forgotten, and you know, it's easy for us to get on the phone because it's a pretty much constant, like 60 degrees in here. It's getting a little chilly, but you guys are out there, rain, sleet, snow, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
You have 1 minute remaining.
We've not been forgotten, and it gives us an outlet to not only vent our frustration, but to keep, you know, focus and a memory on those people who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And again, I just want to close with saying it's an honor to be here every day. Thank you to you guys for coming out here. It's Dominic Fox, the first one and only, still in cell number 9, where everything's fine. If you're interested in seeing any of my writings that I've done in jail, Sky News or Denmark, gibsongo.com/freedomj6, Chatham Free Press on Rumble. It's a pleasure to talk to you guys. God bless America, and I'm glad we saved the cats and dogs.
Love you!
Free J6!
That was damn to their pedos.
That's right! Woo! Go Dom!
That was good, Dom.
So I will be clipping that for sure. I might even do it tonight.
All right. I'm about to warm up.
That's right. That's all. They dropped the mic. That was awesome.
It's a thing.
Brian Mock.
I was going to do a Trump dance.
Okay. I need to learn it with you.
You got
All of us should go
You know, every night that we're here, Joseph Hutchinson reads us a quote. And there was one night he read a quote, and the only thing that kept running through my mind is that's what we are. Those of us that stand on this corner every single night. And I'll read it to you right after this call.
I don't think everybody wants to call tonight. They're going to be across the room.
Oh, the birthday boy. Yay. Let's sing happy birthday to him. Come on. Ready?
Hello, can you hear me?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Freedom Caller, thank you. We got Daniel Ball, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, buddy.
Okay, so I'm here with Daniel Ball. His ID number is... I don't even know my ID number. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'm John Banuelos, Johnny Manuel Banuelos, and my ID number is 389925. I have 2 cats, 3 puppies, and 1 dog waiting for me back home. And we can't wait. We're excited to get back home. Everything's winding down, and I'm here with Daniel Ball. Yeah, I got 1 12-year-old son and mom, dad, brother, friends waiting for me back home. Can't wait to see him. Getting real excited.
It is great to hear from you guys, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but we have some media out here tonight. Would you be open to a question?
Can you repeat that again, ma'am?
We have some media out here tonight, and I was wondering if you would be open to a question.
I'm certainly fine with it. Yes, me and Daniel Ball would like to, yes, we can answer questions.
Okay, here is the gentleman.
Hi guys, this is John from Dutch Radio. Great to talk to you.
A pleasure.
Same wise here. I was wondering, how long have you guys been in jail? And has it changed your view on January 6th, about Trump, about anything?
I'm sorry, John, you're breaking up a little bit. I caught the question of how long have we been in jail. This is Daniel Ball speaking, and I've been in here 18 months now. It's been a way little stuff. I've been here about 9 months now. Not me, Daniel Ball.
Yeah, I was wondering because I was wondering, we just heard Dominic, I think, and he was very clear about what he thought, and that his thoughts haven't changed at all. And I was wondering if you've been in jail for this long, do you look differently at January 6th now than you did at that day itself?
You talk about differently than on January 6th?
Yes, do you feel differently about your actions now rather than on January 6th?
Well, I was acting with the pure heart that day, I'll tell you that much. Looking back, I wish I would have just been one that would have stood there with my flag and stood by, but that was the side that I approached on the Capitol. I approached the west side, so things were a little bit more excited over there. I believe I acted justly. Our country's been stolen out right in front of our eyes, and I believe I was acting justly. But I can think, yes, I would. I would just stood there and chanting with the people that were chanting, and I'd still be out with my son right now. But I believe I behaved justly. I was fighting it, but I believe it was a good fight. So, this is John Banuelos. I heard Daniel Fox say that his intentions were honorable that day, and yes, yes, I heard that. Good. And the question was, I was there to protest against human trafficking and abortion. So I
let the emotions get the best of me, and my intentions were also honorable. And yes, I wish I could have changed some things. And nevertheless, we were not the aggressors in that situation. The aggressors were the Capitol Police, the MPD, the FBI that were closing some clothes, the CIA that was closing some clothes. These were the aggressors in the situation. We were not. We were reacting to elderly women being beat by cops. People not unaware completely being attacked, broadsided, like James Grant, completely unaware of what was going on, just completely broadsided. We were reacting to things like that. We were not the aggressors in the situation.
And guys, I'll ask
Any
you
other
a question.
questions?
I'll ask you a question that some of the other reporters have asked. Do you think that you will receive a pardon from President Trump?
I believe so. I believe maybe I believe I will receive pardon. I believe Tom DeLuca will as well. Once again, we were acting with pure heart. We're acting in response to the emergency of our country being stolen by a corrupt regime, by Alzheimer-ridden pedophile and his handlers. Yes, me and Daniel Ball, I agree with his statement that exactly what he said. Yeah, I do believe Trump's going to pardon, especially the true believer. I believe he's going to blanket pardon everybody, including those that their intentions were a little bit more questionable that day. Surely there were Antifa members that are just simply young kids that have been brainwashed by our government that were, victims of the system as well. And I want to try to have a forgiving heart towards those people. And if anything, just go after the true culprits of that day, which were, once again, Nancy Pelosi, the FBI, the CIA, those were the true culprits. Young kids that were, caught up in it, Antifa public paid off by the FBI or whoever, try to infiltrate us. I would like to try to have a forgiving heart towards those people, and I believe that they will receive pardon as well. Any other questions?
How do you guys feel about Hunter Biden being pardoned?
Can you repeat that again, please? Break it up pretty bad out.
How do you feel about Hunter Biden being pardoned?
Oh, it's unreal. I mean, it's a blanket pardon for 11 years of his life. 80 crimes he committed, he's scot-free. It's just, and then the whole him lying all along that there's no way he's not going to pardon him. It's just a disgrace. I certainly knew he was going to pardon him. Why he couldn't have been a little bit more forthcoming. The reason why he couldn't have been honest at the time when he said that he wasn't going to pardon him is because he was persecuting Donald Trump at the time and prosecuting Donald Trump at the time. And he wanted the perception to be that he was good for the rule of law when he's anything. Joe Biden is anything but, and the whole Democrat Party is anything but about the rule of law. Yes, I agree with Fox and Daniel Ball about the pardon. Something suspicious is going on with now everything's revealed how corrupt Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's family is. And Donald Trump knew this all along. And thank God for all this to come out. And my judge is actually, her name is Tanya Chutkin. And if anybody has, maybe could write me or something and to tell her that when I go to court, that'd be great, because put it into words, enough is enough. Let me go home, tired. Everyone's tired, it won't be necessary because January 20th is coming up soon enough. My judge is Judge Patriot, and he has postponed all further hearings from here on out on the basis that likely that we're going to be pardoned or charges dropped. That's actually what I expect will happen with me is charges will simply be dropped because I haven't been to trial or anything yet. So I expect the charges to be dropped.
Well, we're certainly hoping. Most of you don't even have to go to trial.
I'm so sorry, you're breaking up on us real bad.
We're certainly hoping that none of you that are left have to go to trial, and all this is going to end on the 20th.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally believe so. If anybody, like I said, I believe that I want to have a forgiving heart towards these Antifa members and stuff like that. And hopefully I believe we've had a couple come through here, and my understanding is that they've had a change of heart experience, getting to know us and getting to know the truth of the whole situation. They've had a change of heart. So I'd like to have a forgiving heart towards them. They're victims of the system as well, corrupt system. But nonetheless, I'm a true believer. So as I believe John Venezuela, we were truly in support of Donald Trump and the stolen election. We were there to support our country, most of all our country. Our vice president was Donald Trump, so yes, we're there to support him. But most of all our country and our countrymen, our families, that's what we're there to support. And I believe we were just in our actions. We were. Whether like I said, I would possibly change a couple of them, so I could be out at this time with my son. That may be so, but nonetheless, actions were just. Yes, I agree with Daniel Ball. Our actions was just. We have to see grandmothers and all the stuff we saw, bombs and all this stuff going on. Something we came right in the middle of it. Some people didn't know what was going on, and as a Christian man, yes, I carry a Bible and I'm a gun-toting Bible thumper. So, that's just the way I roll. And I had no idea some of these laws came over here in this part of the country over here. And that was my mistake, my fault. I let the emotions get the best of me. But I love Jesus, I love my country, I love my family.
All right.
And
happy birthday.
Daniel Paul, Chris Moyer, what a wonderful man. I think they're my generation, Generation X. And I'm a first generation American. And I just millennial myself. Millennial. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. We like to chill back and relax. So let the young bucks, run their team. Go ahead, Daniel Ball. Sometimes, unfortunately, I don't believe that, that I would say anything that would be home with my son. Sometimes I look forward to that because it's such a privilege, really, an honor to be here with you guys.
Really like to see it. It makes a connection, family members, that their people are inside, whatever. It's a thing.
But if I had to choose right now, I would spend this time with my son and my family. Honestly, this DC jail is really not fit for humanity. Yes, and one more thing, when I met in the Spanish word, it's called mis cachorros. These are my puppies. These are my 3 children that I would want to go back home to my puppies. So, and I do have 2 cats too. But yes, they're listening to me right now, and my daughter sent me happy birthday, and she wants me to come back home.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Thank you all for being out there. Hopefully answered your questions adequately. All in support, love you so much. Thank you so much for all you do, and love you so much. Can't say it enough. Thank you.
Happy birthday, John.
Thank you. Unconditional love. God bless America. God bless America. God bless.
Hi Denise, hi Donna Ray.
Okay, we're going to try to get this in. Okay, so about that quote. I titled it, A Clear Definition of a Freedom Quarter Patriot. Believe in your cause. The stronger your belief, the stronger your motivation and perseverance will be. You must know in your heart that it is a worthwhile cause, that you are fighting the good fight. Whether it is the need to contribute or the belief in the greater good for your buddy, for your team, or for your country. Find a reason that keeps your fire burning. You will need that fire when you are physically exhausted, mentally broken, and you can only see far enough to take the next step. That is a quote by Master Sergeant Paul R. Howell. And I truly believe that that is exactly what a Freedom Quarter Patriot is all about. They believe in their cause, and they have that fire, because we do get mentally broken out here. We do get physically exhausted, but it's all worth it. And that's what each and every one of us do out here every night. And I am honored to be part of you.
All the way, Sherry.
Okay, guys, before we do the roll call, I do want to say, you know, it is that time of the year, and I'm going to do it. Patriot Mail Project, they have an amazing program. Paula Calloway and that group at Patriot Mail Project, they stay on top of where our detainees are. And, you know, every year they do a Christmas drive. And so if you haven't gone on, please go to Patriot Mail Project, go on. If you know a Jan 6 family, make sure that they are registered on there. And they are amazing at getting down to the dollar amount. As of 12/2, they have had $9,851 donated. They have 38 families that have been signed up for this. So right now that is only at $259 per family. They are wanting to get a goal of $500 per family. So if you know a Jan 6 family, please make sure that they're signed up for that. Or if you are so able, please donate to that or share that out. It is really, really important.
Oh, Nicole, there is an update.
Oh, I don't have it.
They have raised nearly $10,000, and they are very near to their $500 a family goal. They're only like $60 short.
Oh, well, this is $9,851 donated. Oh, yeah, and that's only at $259 a person. So, I mean,
They might have got some more people.
Maybe they had people taken off. I don't know.
They may have got more on the list.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was up higher.
Yes.
So, I mean, that was up 12/2. And, you know, like I said, I know that organization absolutely gives back to the Jan 6 families. And please, you know, these guys are going to be spending this holiday season inside. So if you are able, if you can't donate, please go to Patriot Mail Project. Make sure that you check the updates at the top. And if you can get Christmas cards out to them, and that will really cheer them up.
They do update it a lot.
They do. They're very, very transparent about the money and where that goes. So I believe that we're at like 1,430 days. 38? 1428 since January 6th, and day 857. 6 out here on the corner. And day 48 until inauguration.
That's
I think.
right.
Okay, so we're doing all of that. We're doing all of that.
You got that one.
All right, you guys, bear with me. It's cold, so hopefully my mouth doesn't freeze up. Lives lost on January 6th. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, and on the following day, Officer Brian Sicknick. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Those detained: Christopher Alberts,
Hero.
Terry Allen,
Hero.
David Ariondo,
Hero.
Joshua Atwood,
Hero.
Farhad Azari,
Hero.
Farhad Azari,
Hero.
Nathan Baer,
Hero.
Daniel Ball,
Hero.
Thomas Ballard,
Hero.
Logan Barnhart,
Hero.
Richard Barnett,
Hero.
Damon Beckley,
Hero.
Matthew Bedingfield,
Hero.
John Banuelos,
Hero.
Joe Biggs,
Hero.
Aiden Billiard,
Hero.
Craig Bingert,
Hero.
Brian Bishop,
Hero.
Jason Blythe,
Hero.
Kenneth Bonowitz,
Hero.
Theresa Borgendy,
Hero.
Dominic Fox,
Hero.
Leo Bazell,
Hero.
Matthew Brackley,
Hero.
Michael Bradley,
Hero.
Joseph Brody,
Hero.
Glenn Brooks,
Hero.
Jeffrey Brown,
Hero.
Jeremy Brown,
Hero.
Mark Brew,
Hero.
Benjamin Burlew,
Hero.
Jamie Batu,
Hero.
Daniel Caldwell,
Hero.
Sarah Carpenter,
Hero.
Ralph Celentano,
Hero.
Jacob Clark,
Hero.
Cale Clayton,
Hero.
Stephen Capuccio, Raymond Chambers,
Hero.
Thomas Castleman,
Hero.
Reed Christensen,
Hero.
Raymond Cholo,
Hero.
Stephen Cook,
Hero.
Jonathan Copeland,
Hero.
Mason Corson,
Hero.
Joshua Dale,
Hero.
Matthew De Silva,
Hero.
David Dempsey,
Hero.
Lucas Denny,
Hero.
Robert Dennis,
Hero.
Timothy DeJargens,
Hero.
Caleb Dillard,
Hero.
William Dunphy,
Hero.
Tyler Dykes,
Hero.
Rockney Earls,
Hero.
Israel Easterday,
Hero.
James Elliott,
Hero.
Daniel Egvet,
Hero.
Tyler Etheridge,
Hero.
Jason Ferris,
Hero.
Joseph Fisher,
Hero.
Kyle Fitzsimons,
Hero.
Gilbert Montecova,
Hero.
Michael Foy,
Hero.
Kevin Galato,
Hero.
Mitchell Gardner, Robert Giagotti,
Hero.
David Geetson, Vincent Gillespie, Vitaly Goszczykowski,
Hero.
Jonathan Grace,
Hero.
Daniel Gray,
Hero.
Matthew Green,
Hero.
Joseph Hackett,
Hero.
Alex Harkrider,
Hero.
Richard Harris,
Hero.
Donald Hazard,
Hero.
Albuquerque Head,
Hero.
Brian Helian,
Hero.
Luke Hoffman,
Hero.
Matthew Holmford,
Hero.
Joseph Howe,
Hero.
Joseph Hutchinson,
Hero.
Dale Huddle,
Hero.
Brian Jackson,
Hero.
Shane Jenkins,
Hero.
Alan Jennings,
Hero.
Justin Jersey,
Hero.
Daniel Johnson,
Hero.
Jack Johnson,
Hero.
Zachary Johnson,
Hero.
Taylor Jonatakis,
Hero.
Riley Casper,
Hero.
Quinn Keene,
Hero.
Leo Kelly,
Hero.
Julian Cater,
Hero.
Derek Kinnison,
Hero.
Federico Klein,
Hero.
Joshua Knowles,
Hero.
Paul Kovacic,
Hero.
Peter Krill,
Hero.
Matthew Kroll,
Hero.
Kyle Kummer,
Hero.
Daniel Layden,
Hero.
Jai Liu,
Hero.
Michael Lockwood,
Hero.
Kevin Loftus,
Hero.
Kevin Lyons,
Hero.
Clifford Mackerel,
Hero.
Michael Mackerel,
Hero.
Avery McCracken,
Hero.
Marcus Malley,
Hero.
Christian Manley,
Hero.
Jeanette Mangia,
Hero.
Richard Markey,
Hero.
Philippe Martinez,
Hero.
Marcus Martin,
Hero.
Anthony Mastadano,
Hero.
Matthew Modelich,
Hero.
Christopher Marr,
Hero.
Mark Mazza,
Hero.
Ronald Maccabee,
Hero.
Patrick McCoy,
Hero.
James McGrew,
Hero.
Sean McHugh,
Hero.
Jeffrey McKelliff,
Hero.
Kyle McMahon,
Hero.
Devin McNulty,
Hero.
Kelly Meggs,
Hero.
Ron Melee,
Hero.
Stephen Miles,
Hero.
Rodney Millstreet,
Hero.
Scott Miller,
Hero.
Robert Menuda,
Hero.
Theodore Middendorf,
Hero.
Brian Mock,
Hero.
Robert Morse,
Hero.
Jonathan Munifo,
Hero.
Eric Munchell,
Hero.
Clayton Mullins,
Hero.
Derek Neely.
Hero.
Linwood Nestor.
Hero.
Ryan Nichols.
Hero.
Gregory Nix.
Hero.
Anthony Knopf.
Hero.
Ethan Nordine.
Hero.
Spencer Offman.
Hero.
Michael Oliveras.
Hero.
Nicholas Ort.
Hero.
Grady Owens.
Hero.
Jose Padilla.
Hero.
Robert Palmer.
Hero.
Nathan Pelham.
Hero.
Michael Perkins.
Hero.
Tina Peters.
Hero.
Dominic Pizzola.
Hero.
Daniel Phipps.
Hero.
Jonathan Pollock.
Hero.
Olivia Pollock.
Hero.
Mark Ponder.
Hero.
Rachel Powell.
Hero.
Joshua Pruitt.
Hero.
Gregory Purdy.
Hero.
Colby Perkle.
Hero.
Willard Perkle Jr.
Hero.
Chris Quaglin.
Hero.
Baptiste Quinternet.
Hero.
Barry Ramey.
Hero.
Stephen Randolph.
Hero.
Guy Reffitt.
Hero.
Zach Reel.
Hero.
Robert Ryerson.
Hero.
Elliot Resnick.
Hero.
Stuart Rhodes.
Hero.
Ed Richmond.
Hero.
Thomas Robertson.
Hero.
Edward Rodriguez.
Hero.
Daniel Rodriguez.
Hero.
Christopher Rowe.
Hero.
Rally Runner.
Hero.
Jeffrey Sable.
Hero.
Ryan Samsel.
Hero.
Salvador Sandoval.
Hero.
Anthony Sargent.
Hero.
William Sarsfield.
Hero.
John Schubert.
Hero.
Peter Schwartz.
Hero.
Dale Shavely.
Hero.
Benjamin Schuler.
Hero.
Daniel Scott.
Hero.
Christian Secor.
Hero.
Benjamin Schuler, Thomas Civic.
Hero.
Jeffrey Sills.
Hero.
Benjamin Silva.
Hero.
Michael Sly.
Hero.
Brian Smith.
Hero.
Tommy Smith.
Hero.
Audrey Southard.
Hero.
Michael Sparks.
Hero.
Hatchet Speed.
Hero.
Jacqueline Starr.
Hero.
Yvonne St. Cyr.
Hero.
Alan St. Ange.
Hero.
Shelley Stallings.
Hero.
Tristan Stevens.
Hero.
Isaac Sturgeon.
Hero.
Lee Stutz.
Hero.
Ryan Swoop.
Hero.
Andrew Taki.
Hero.
Enrique Tario.
Hero.
Jason Tasker.
Hero.
Curtis Tate.
Hero.
Jacob Therese.
Hero.
Kenneth Thomas.
Hero.
John Todd.
Hero.
Casey Tyrone Castro.
Hero.
Robert Turner.
Hero.
Edward Vallejo.
Hero.
Tom Bornes.
Hero.
Freedom Vi.
Hero.
Eric Scott Warner.
Hero.
Jessica Watkins.
Hero.
Jerry Waynick.
Hero.
Mark Waynick.
Hero.
Matthew Webler.
Hero.
Thomas Webster.
Hero.
James Weeks.
Hero.
Tucker Weston.
Hero.
Jack Witten.
Hero.
Dan Wilson.
Hero.
Duke Wilson.
Hero.
Ryan Wilson.
Hero.
Shane Woods.
Hero.
John Wright.
Hero.
Douglas Wyatt.
Hero.
Ryan Yates.
Hero.
Gregory Yetman.
Hero.
Kyle Young.
Hero.
Jacob Zirkle.
Hero.
Those we've lost to suicide. Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Ungst, George Meacham, David Hummel. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And we would not be having this vigil if Mickey Widhoff did not come out here and give a voice to her daughter. And she's done it over and over again. And by giving a voice to Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, she's also given a voice to my husband and all of the Jan Sixers. So we say her name every night.
Ashley Babbitt, 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 Ashley Babbitt.
Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. Say her name, 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 Ashley Babbitt. Was a victim, I'm screaming USA, freedom real her J6 sons. She's a patriot who was let down by the system. I'm screaming for the fallen so nobody will forget them. Air Force veteran, wrapped in a Trump flag. It's Trump 24. You know we about to run it back. Nothing will stop us. We about to get it right. They can try and try, but the storm is here from dark to light.
Ashley Babbitt. 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 Ashley Babbitt.
Never feel your pain, but just know your daughter's life won't be taken in vain. Shout out Sarah McAfee, yeah, I'm sending you strength. I hope they let your husband out of that prison today. Ashley served in Afghanistan, she served in Iraq, and she died for her country from a senseless attack. Yeah, we waiting for justice, cause Ashley was innocent. Mainstream will cover it, they all just too ignorant. If a white girl shot a black man, they would say that's different, but the story didn't fit the agenda they pitched. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. We feeling your energy. Say her name, Ashley Babbitt. This song's for your memory. Rest in peace,
Ashley Babbitt. 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 Ashley Babbitt.
I tried to warn y'all 4 years ago. You're listening now, ain't ya? 'Cause Democrats are so yesterday. Anybody get your ass on the dance floor? Shake it 'cause we're bringing Donald Trump back in 24. All the haters to the left, you ain't cool no more. Better break your backs, we're bringing Trump back in 24. Goodbye, Joe, it's time you hit the road. Sayonara in the quote. It's Trump time, baby. Goodbye, Joe. It's time you hit the road. Sayonara in the quote. It's Trump time, baby. So FJB, we want DJT singing 1, 2, 3. This is Trump time, baby. FJB, we want DJT singing 1, 2, 3. This is Trump time, baby. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go, it's Trump town. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go, it's Trump town. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go.
When Trump got shot, I was like, Lord knows, it wasn't his time to go. You can try that shit in a small town, but you won't try that shit in Trump's town. JD Vance, I salute you. It's a mega nation revolution. You know that all roads gotta go. The Trump train's about to roll.
Goodbye, Joe. It's time you hit the road. Sayonara in the quote. It's Trump time, baby. Goodbye, Joe. It's time you hit the road. Sayonara in the quote. It's Trump time, baby. So FJB, we want DJT singing 1, 2, 3. This is Trump time, baby. FJB, we want DJT singing 1, 2, 3. This is Trump town, baby. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go, it's Trump town. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go, it's Trump town. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go. FJB, we want DJT singing 1, 2, 3. This is Trump town, baby. FJB, we want DJT singing 1, 2, 3. This is Trump town, baby. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go, it's Trump town. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go, it's Trump town. Uptown, downtown, everywhere you go.
Free J6.
I've got to talk.
stopping now.
Sorry. You're fine. Okay. Thanks. Yes.
Hello, Patriot.
You want to turn it off? Go ahead.
Thank you for using Global Telling and with us here in the DC jail.
Amen.
It is a great honor and pleasure to speak with such wonderful Patriot every single night out there in the cold for us. Y'all are amazing.
They say that
We wouldn't want it any other way, brother.
The windows.
See where the street light is? Okay, go down below.
We got went to court this morning, so we got to hang out with old Oakland, Mark, and Jerry on their way out.
Go down. You can go down front.
They are in Philly.
Go down front and get a better view of them.
Oh, did they go to Philly? Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah, we were hoping they'd go to Oklahoma for some reason. I was thought they were switching places, but they'll go to Philly. Man, that's nice.
Well, it's probably just transition.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't have to be there too long to get into a good pod. Yeah.
We have lots of press out here tonight. Once we're done with the anthem, if you guys would like to take any questions.
Sure. I'm always up for good questioning.
Ask the question, Sherry.
Yeah. And a lot. We have answers though. Court just sucks the life out of you. That's for sure. Spend 11 hours sleeping on metal benches.
Yes, I am sure.
The old courthouse. Didn't even know I was going. They just kicked my door in at 3 in the morning. So I just falling asleep. Yeah, the man. You're going to court? I was like, no. And he was like, oh. And he left. And he came back. Quiet on this. Just says you're going to court.
Surprise, surprise.
It's hard to argue with the list.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when they come at 3 in the morning and drag you out of bed.
Oh yeah, they like that. They'll wake you up at 3, get you ready, and then you're waiting around till 9 o'clock, and then go to the courthouse. Yeah, we're good at that.
Exactly.
We got 2 minutes.
2 minutes, pass it back.
Honestly, it would be, to go to court for 3 weeks would be torture. Just sit underneath the ground. Be woken up at 3 a.m. for 3 straight weeks. I mean, that is insane. I can only imagine what it's going to be like.
Absolutely.
They're going to be flashing the lights. So you can see it down there. You can stand down and look under where that street light is. It's small windows that go this way. They'll be flashed down there.
Here they come. Get ready. Get the voices of one of us that are left.
That's right. Sing loud and proud, brothers.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful singing. Hey, Bob, we're singing over here. So you can sing it. Look at that. We can flip the light and sing. 3, 2, 1. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the red horse we watched.
guys, we know it's getting cold out there, but thank you for showing up every night and showing you care and giving us a voice. And thank you to our special guest tonight. We love all you guys.
We love you, Greg.
Throwback Top 1 2020.
That's what I'm talking about. A little throwback. 2020. Brought home the W 3 times in a row. Wow. That's incredible. And well, we have a start us off. We got the verse of the day. It's always a good one. Here in Psalm 71, verse 17 and 18. Oh God, thou hast taught me from my youth. Hitherto have I declared thy wondrous word. Now also when I am old and gray-headed, O God, forsake me not, till I have shown thy strength unto that generation, and thy power to everyone that is to come. Man, that's good. I like that. Even in his old age, he's like giving me the strength to tell this next generation and be able to share the gospel. Good stuff. Continue the fight until God calls you home. You're never out of the fight. I like that.
And our fun of the day, we got Henry St. George Tucker in Blackstone, 1768 commentary on the laws of England. The right of self-defense was the first law of nature. In most government, it has been the study of rulers to confine this right within the narrowest limits possible. However, here the armies are kept up, and when the right of the people to keep a bear's arms is under any color of context whatsoever prohibited, liberty, if not already annihilated, is on the brink of destruction. So if they make any laws concerning your right to bear arms to protect yourself, your liberty is either already destroyed or it's on its way out. And I think we see that time and time again throughout history. Pirates always take the guns first. That's always the first order of business. Get your means to defend yourself, and they can take the rest.
That's right. And that's what they're trying to do. I don't think we the people are going to submit to it.
That is challenging for every generation to stay vigilant and aware of their tactics, because they do it almost every generation, continue to try to take your right to bear arms and the right to defend yourself. And it's amazing how many different ways they spin it for your own safety. We have to take these, automatic weapons because they're too militarized and they're too dangerous. Somebody could wreak havoc on somebody because of how dangerous these things are, and they spin it to all these different ways to make you agree with them that you're right. A man doesn't need 15 AR-15s or 25, pistols or all these different things. You don't need all that. Why does somebody need that many guns? And it's, they convince you, and then they'll set up a law that all of a sudden now you're not allowed to own anything, but maybe a black powder rifle. And we can tell you what you can do on your land with that gun or what you can't do. And it continues to spiral out of control. If you let them take an inch, they're going to take a mile, and they're going to take everything that you got, because that's what they are. That's what they do. They'll take everything that you give them. But you have the power. The people have the power. No matter how many times they tell you you don't have it, that it's not the people anymore. That it's, these lawmakers, they have the power to give, freedom or to take it. But it is the people. The people have to give up their freedoms for them to take it from you. You have to make a decision. So it is, our duty to stay vigilant, to be aware of when they are passing these different bills, to really look into what they're really doing, and to, stop it before it happens.
That's right.
And, something else. Well, we have in the questions. They can try and get one in the time we have left.
Well, ask you a question that has been asked. How do you guys feel about Hunter Biden's pardon?
Hunter Biden's pardon. That's a tough one. Just because it's crazy. I never knew that you could have such a broad pardon as a 10 years of, I don't even know what he did, but his pardoned of everything within that 10 years, which is crazy to me.
It's 11 years. It was for 11 years.
Yeah, exactly. And there's got to be a reason for that, you know, something they did back in that 11th year, and someday they're going to find out about it. So we're going to go ahead and pardon him for that. And I think that's crazy. That's some serious corruption, knowing you are mixed with something really bad, and go ahead and just cover that up real good before anybody finds out about it. And once they do find out, it's all right. We're already safe. It's just, that's crazy to me. That's something else. So.
Okay, so let me ask.
I figured. Oh, what was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear.
I wanted to ask you guys one more that many out here have asked, and that is, how do you feel about these people that come out here every single night for you?
We have to, you know, set up another 15-minute call to tell you how I feel about the wonderful people that show us love every single night. It is really incredible, and it is really hard to actually put into words how much, you know, that means to us, because it's sometimes, you know, I could understand, you know, you don't go out there every night, and sometimes it seems monotonous, like you do it every night, and it just, you know, does people really care that much? And, you know, maybe people on the outside don't, but us in here, knowing that we have a group of people that stand out there and, you know, have the megaphones and share what we're saying, even though what we're saying really isn't that important, but just that you would go out of your way to do it every single night means so much. And we tell the guys in here that they've never even heard of the vigil and things like that, the guys that aren't a part of J6, and they're like, man, that's a different type of love, that you have supporters out there that'll do that for y'all, and you know, not getting paid to do it, not doing it out of, you know, some kind of benefit, but doing it sheerly out of, you know, standing beside their brothers and sisters, because we're all patriots out here, and that's what America was built on. You know, people wanting a better home for themselves, so they stood together and you know, made things happen. And so, you know, y'all are amazing people and amazing patriots, and you know, I can't bring it into, you know, perfect words of what it really means to us, but it means a lot. It means a whole lot. Thank y'all.
And I can only just go through the accolades that you just laid out. So yeah, it's amazing, and we're all very grateful. I know that. You know, I think it's just, I think about just doing anything every single day. You know, working out every day. It just takes a certain amount of dedication to get out there and do the same thing every single day, because it's like it almost becomes kind of like a job. But you guys do it so well.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I think y'all love it. It's not work. You're just out there, you know, having a good time and loving your fellow man and spreading the word as good as you can. And we're all very grateful.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank y'all so much. And well, I guess that is the minute. And thank y'all again. Like you said, y'all are amazing, awesome people, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, we
love you guys. All right, I love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Singers, we need singers. I think Mickey and I are the only ones that know that movie that we do that from. Singers, we need singers. You know, they work at the club, and it doesn't matter.
Not familiar with it.
And they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All the way. All the way.
Free J6.
Fight,
Free
fight,
J6.
fight.
Free J6.
All right, let's wrap this up. It is cold out here. So we're going to do this thing again tomorrow. Y'all keep praying for us. We're going to pray for y'all, and I'll see y'all on the flip side.
All right. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Continue to stay blessed, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Say your prayers and let the ladybugs bug. See you tomorrow. Pray for Sherry.